I think we're live, Nick.
I think we are, Paola.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, very good. Thank you so much. Very, very,
Awesome.
very good. Let's see. Today it's going to be an awesome show.
It is. Yes, I agree.
Yes, it's going to be an awesome. Oh, hello, Marlene. Good morning.
Hey,
How are
Marlon. Thanks
you,
for
Marlene?
joining.
Good morning, Marlene. Hello, hello, everyone. Good morning. Thank you for being here. In today's show, Nick Kidawski and I, that we are emotion coach certified practitioners, we are going to talk about food addiction, food cravings. And we are going to choose two volunteers to help today. So if you feel that you're having a lot of anxiety right now, or you have a long time having anxiety, or you feel that it's some specific food that you are craving a lot nowadays, Nick and I, we will be very happy to help you. Remember that you need to tell us your name, what's the severity that you are feeling, and your age. Because with that, Nick and I, we're going to muscle test and we're going to select one volunteer, each one to help. I am Paola Ripoll, and I'm the owner of Paola Healing. I'm very happy to be in today's show with Nick. How are you, Nick?
I'm doing really, really well, Paola. Yeah, hello, everyone. My name is Nick Kidawski. I am also a certified emotion code practitioner and owner of Cultivate Wellness here in Colorado. So, yeah, super excited about this show. I think everyone is really going to get um, a lot of good information, some stuff around food anxiety and overeating that your medical doctor might not know about, that maybe your local nutritionist might not know about. Probably some stuff that you haven't read in diet books or magazines. So it's really going to be a great show, and I'm excited.
Oh, yes, I'm very excited also. Nick, what I find out with people that I work with and I help to reduce weight, always I like to talk about reducing weight because I have seen that the money like lose, and normally we say weight lose, it's very related that psychologically, that everything that you lose, you want to recover. Let's say if you lose your wallet, you want to recover your wallet, you want to find again your wallet. So always I recommend people and I suggest people when they want to reduce weight to start with that and to change that. Also I have been seeing, Nick, I'm sure that you have seen the same, is that it's a lot of limiting beliefs related with anxiety. I mean, beliefs in people like kind of like everyone in my family it's fat or it's overweight. My mom is overweight, my dad is overweight, that's the reason I am overweight. But I have seen that that isn't true, because there's a lot of people that is so skinny, for example, and mom is overweight and dad is overweight, but they are skinny. So I have seen that is a lot of limiting beliefs going on, of course a lot of emotional baggage. Nick is going to explain today about the inherited trap emotions that they contribute with that. I'm going to talk about prenatal trap emotions that also contribute with that. So it's like a lot of things that they are going on. Something you want to add, Nick?
Yeah, Paola, I'm also going to be talking about the heart wall as well and how releasing that can go a very long way in helping someone with just really loving themselves and accepting themselves as they are. And, I'd also like to add about the beliefs. I had a job a while ago where I was a weight loss counselor for 2 years here in Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember this one woman came in and she told me this story about how when she was in grade school, she was struggling with her weight, and a couple of kids picked her up and threw her in a dumpster. and actually called her a bunch of horrible names, you know. So you can imagine if you go through an experience like that very, very young, how that is going to kind of hold in place the belief that maybe you're not good enough or you're not attractive, you know, and then that is going to contribute to weight issues in the future. So yeah, you know, I would say it has to do with beliefs, but it also has to do with experiences that we might have had when we were younger.
Yes.
And, you know, that's something that I'm going to be talking about as well.
You know, Nick, I wanted to share something that happened when I was little, and it's very related of what you are talking. For example, I was having a crazy addiction for chips, but really crazy addiction for chips. For example, I have never been like a person that eats sweets. But if you were placing in front of me, let's say a chocolate cake or a plate of chips, I was going to eat like a small plate or a huge plate of chips. And releasing my emotional baggage, this is so interesting because I find out I was having an addictive energy for chips. And that addictive energy for chips I have developed when I was 4 years old. Imagine, 4 years old. I will share the story because it's very related with what you are saying. I remember that I was four, and it's the type of things that imagine now that I'm 46, I still remember that. So I was going to school, and I remember that my mom was giving like some amount of money, like to buy something in the store. To buy like in the store at school, to buy like perhaps a chocolate or to buy something. And but of course it was not possible because in the area of the school that I was, we were not having a store. So outside the place that we were having, like big kids, they were going to that school, and normally what we were doing, we were giving money, and they were buying like chips or chocolates or an ice cream for us. And it was this day that I gave with other friends money to one girl, and I asked her, can you buy chips for me? And then she bought chips, chocolate, and a lot of things. She has stole my money and the money of my friends, and she was in front of us, laughing at us, and eating the chips. So imagine for me when I was 4 years old, that was really so traumatic. I mean, I can laugh, but really, it was so traumatic because I have cried so much. I was so angry, and that was part what has influenced me and what was creating that crazy addiction that I was having for chips. Imagine that.
Uh, yeah, that's geez, you know, I'm sorry you had to go through that experience, Paola, but I'm glad you can laugh about it now, you know. But yeah, it's like when we go through an experience like that at such a young age, you know, we feel a bunch of emotions, and if we can't release those, then they have to go somewhere, right? So they basically get stuck in the body as a trapped emotion. And then those trapped emotions are literally vibrating in our body 24 hours, 7 days a week. And they can stay there for years and years and years, you know, throwing the body out of balance.
Yes, yes.
Hmm.
So I'm going to talk about the prenatal trap emotions and why also the prenatal trap emotions, they can contribute with food anxiety and food cravings. I'm going to explain. Remember that absolutely everything is energy. We are energy. Our emotions are energy. Positive or negative, they are energy. This sofa that I am sitting right now, it's energy. The water we drink is energy, etc. So prenatal trap emotions are these type of emotions that when our mom was pregnant from us, she felt. Let's say that perhaps when mom was pregnant, she felt anxiety. So what happened? something happened in her life that she felt a lot of anxiety, or let's say that it was fear, perhaps something happened to her that she felt a lot of fear, or any other trap, or any other type of emotion. So she has absorbed that, and normally, most of the time, in the third trimester, we as the babies, that we are a sponge inside of mom womb, what happened? We absorb that that emotion that mom has absorbed. And it can be anyone. It can be, I will show you. Oh, well, I don't have it here. Yeah, but it's here. I'm going to show, here is the emotion code chart. Here I have it. So any one of these 60 emotions, mom can feel anyone, and perhaps she absorbs, and then we as a sponge, we absorb. So with the prenatal trap emotions, we born with that. We born with the prenatal trap emotions, and we carry these prenatal trap emotions all our lives until the day that we decide we want to release them. Of course, prenatal trap emotions, they can cause anything and everything. But today's topic, we are talking about food anxiety and food cravings. But at the same time, you can have, like, for example, lower back pain, knee pain, or discomfort in any part of the body. And when Nick and I will work with that issue, or any other issue, because it can be also emotional issue, we will find prenatal trap emotions. But what I have seen working with food anxiety and helping people to reduce their weight is that a lot of prenatal trap emotions, they show up. Also inherited. Nick will talk more about inherited, but I see that a lot of prenatal, they show up. When they show up, I really, really, really love them. Why? Because I know that you have born with that. I know that you have carried those emotions all your life. And if they are relating with food addiction, with food cravings, it's so wonderful. And it's so awesome when we release them. Um, of course, when we talk about food anxiety, is a big stuff to release. For example, Nick and I, we have seen that it's very important, for example, to feel safe. I mean, that the person we help and the person we work with feels safe, like reducing weight. So that's very related, the feeling safe with beliefs, with emotional baggage, with beliefs. Also, it's important that your subconscious mind will accept the body weight, the ideal body weight that is safe for you, that you want, but also at the same time is safe for you to have. A lot, as I tell, of inherited, of prenatal, of beliefs. Nick will talk also about, and he will explain why. Remember, people that knows about the heart wall, you know, guys, what we're talking about. But releasing the heart wall is so important. Yes. To reduce weight, of course, yes. For food addiction, yes, of course. Because for example, Marlene is asking here if, for example, if usually why she's craving a lot in sweets. There could be many reasons, Marlene. There could be many reasons. It could be something that happened in your life, something that happened when you were a kid, something that happened an other age, prenatal, inherited. Also could be that you have developed this addictive heart addiction for sweetness, etc., etc., etc. So today I'm going to be very happy to choose one volunteer and to help with food addiction. If there is a specific item, or you can tell me two specific items, I will be very happy to help. I will be very happy to see what's the underlying reason, what's the underlying cause that you are overeating that. But for example, you need to be specific. You cannot say, like, for example, sugar. Or you can say, like, for example, chocolate cookies or vanilla cookies or vanilla ice cream, or these, for example, birthday ice cream or Coca-Cola, or perhaps you are drinking a lot of sodas and you don't drink water because you don't like water, or you don't like the flavor and the taste of water. So you can be specific and you can tell us that. Or perhaps coffee, you are drinking a lot of coffee and you want to eliminate the coffee from your, I mean, you don't want to drink coffee anymore. I have really seen that the emotion coach works so awesome and so beautiful. I'm going to share a story very fast. In one of my shows, I have helped one woman with Coca-Cola. She told me, "Oh, Paola, I'm drinking a lot of Coca-Cola and I want to stop drinking Coca-Cola and I hate the flavor of water. I don't drink water because I don't like her. I don't like water." So I helped her with the addiction she was having of drinking Coca-Cola, and then I helped her to drink more water. And then she wrote me and she was saying, Paola, I'm surprised. I stopped drinking Coca-Cola. The other day, I tasted the Coca-Cola, but I didn't like the flavor. And now the flavor of water is awesome because for me, it's like sweet. And the husband was saying to her, "Oh, no, you are crazy. The flavor of water is normal." Yes, it's normal for him, but not for her. For her now is different. It's like for me, I share my story with the chips. If I eat chips right now, it's not the same flavor, that delicious flavor that I was finding, like eating the chips, and I was overeating chips. No, now it's like no, I don't really like them. So please write your name and we will be very happy to help.
Great, Paola. And while you are choosing someone and working with them,
Yes, I will.
um, yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll talk a little bit about the emotion code. So I'll let you. I'll wait though until you choose someone to work with before I
Let's
start
see.
talking about the emotion code.
Let's see. Let me see who I'm going to choose. Okay, let's see. Liz is here. Hello, Liz. Okay, she's craving me and chocolate. Okay. There's Marlene also is here. Let's see. Okay, so the only two persons that I have seen right now that they have asked for help is Liz and Merlin. Remember that in order we work with you, you need to write your name, you need to write your age, and we're going to be very, very happy to help. So let's see. I'm going to do a muscle test and I'm going to see if I choose Liz or if I will choose Marlene, okay? Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to help Marlene. Only let me see, Nick, if I need to make a question to Marlene before I start working on her.
Sure.
Okay, Marlene, if you want, Marlene, you can please be specific with me and you can tell me like two food items that also you want me to help. So I will help with that and I will start, you can write here, I will start working with you, okay? So I will ask you to have a one moment of silence because remember, this is a work that we don't do, that we receive help to do this. So always I ask help from the creator to start working. So let's have a moment of silence and I'm going to connect with Marlene. Thank you. So let's see. I'm connected with you, Marlene. Thank you, Nick.
Okay, so while Paola is working with Marlon and releasing some trapped emotions for her, I'll go ahead and talk to you about the emotion code. So the emotion code, it's an energy modality that was developed by Dr. Bradley Nelson many years ago. And he's a chiropractor still with us today, which is awesome. And what he found was that when people would come into his chiropractic office and they would be in physical pain or emotional pain, that the main root cause of their pain is what he called trapped emotions. And so a trapped emotion is basically a ball of energy about the size of your fist that gets stuck or trapped in your body. And these trapped emotions, they become trapped or stuck because of some sort of stressful or overwhelming or traumatic experience that you've been through. So, like I said earlier in the show, when we go through a difficult experience, it's natural for your body to feel a whole bunch of different emotions. But if we can't process or release all of those emotions, they have to go somewhere. So what happens is they basically become stuck or trapped in the body. And they can become trapped in the muscles, in the organs, in the glands, in the bones, in different parts of the energetic body. And so when we have these trapped emotions, our body basically sees them as interference. And over a period of time, that can start to throw those organs and glands out of balance. It can contribute to acute or chronic pain in the body. It can cause muscles to be perpetually tight, no matter what you do to try to release them. From an energetic point of view, it can imbalance the chakras or the energy centers in the body. And these trapped emotions, like I said, they're vibrating in your body 24 hours, 7 days a week. So when you have a goal like, stopping with overeating, or maybe you want to lose some weight, what can happen is since you have these trapped emotions in your body, anytime you want to try and move forward and accomplish that goal, you're basically going to like bump up against those trapped emotions. So, as Paola said, there is this chart here of 60 possible emotions that Dr. Bradley Nelson created. And so, any one of those emotions can be trapped in your body that are causing you to overeat or preventing you from losing weight. So it's very important to get these trapped emotions released as soon as possible. And if you are struggling with weight, if you go to your medical doctor or you go to a nutritionist or you go to a weight loss center, um, these trapped emotions, they're not going to show up on an x-ray or an MRI or a CAT scan, or they're not going to show up when you step on the scale, you know, or when you have someone using a tape measure to measure different areas of your body. Those trapped emotions are not going to show up on like a screen, but they're definitely in your body. They're definitely there, and so one of the wonderful gifts of the emotion code is that we can tap into your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind knows exactly what trapped emotions are causing you to overeat. It knows exactly what trapped emotions are causing your food anxiety. It knows exactly what trapped emotions are preventing you from maybe taking action and moving forward and starting to lose weight or starting an exercise program. So, again, with the emotion code, we can specifically uh, find out what these trapped emotions are and then release them for you. And so as that happens, we are literally releasing your past emotional baggage. And so what's nice is as that happens, This isn't like therapy or talk counseling, so you don't have to delve into your past, and you don't have to bring up uncomfortable um, feelings or emotions or situations. For the most part, it's just finding the trapped emotion and then releasing it. Very, very simple, but the effects can be quite powerful and amazing, and I would even say life changing. So I hope that helps you to understand the emotion code a little bit better. And most books that you've read in weight loss, most magazines, most maybe YouTube weight loss experts, they don't talk about these trapped emotions. It's about, okay, these are the exercises you need to do, these are the foods you need to consume, these are the food portions that you need to consume. But, really no one is talking about these trapped emotions that play a huge role and that really do need to be released. Like I said, I think as soon as possible. So, right now, if you're watching this show and you have friends on Facebook that are really struggling with food anxiety or overeating, or they've maybe just been struggling with weight loss, maybe they've tried a whole bunch of different traditional things and they have difficulty losing weight, or maybe they have lost the weight but it's coming back, then they really need to know this information. So, we would ask you to go ahead and tag them in the comments right now, or go ahead and share this show on your wall so that this information gets out to as many people as it can, to help, as many people as as we can.
So I finished working with Marley, Nick.
Great.
I'm gonna share what I found. Well, I found a prenatal trap emotion of first of all, I found that the level of severity that you were having to eat cream pies and the fried plantains was 8. Remember, Marlene, that when we talk about severity, I will show you. When we talk about severity and we ask about severity, we ask also severity. Here you can see from 0 to 10. 10 is something that is very severe, and then 0 is nothing. You will not ask for something if you have 0 severity. So, in a scale from 0 to 10, I found that the severity that you were having of eating these items was 8 for both items. And what I have released, Marlene, was I found a prenatal trap emotion of defensiveness. This means all the prenatal trap emotions, remember, Marlene, are these emotions that when mom was pregnant from you, she was feeling. Some people, they ask me, is because of me that my mom was feeling this way? No, I mean, something happened in her life that she felt this way. Normally, I say, if your mom is alive, ask her. I mean, if you're curious, you can ask her, Mom, were you feeling this way when you were pregnant? And normally, mom remembers and she will say yes. So, first trap emotion that I found, Marlene, was defensiveness. Then I found the prenatal trap emotion of hopelessness. I found also prenatal trap emotion of shock and prenatal trap emotion of terror. Then I asked if you were having horrible trap emotions related with this anxiety. And the answer, I muscle test, remember that we muscle test, the answer was yes. And I found a horrible trap emotion of shock when you were 20 years old. Then I found a horrible trap emotion of unworthy when you were also 20 years old. I found hidden hardware of unworthy at 21 years old. Then I found hardware of helplessness when you were 20 and hardware of worthlessness when you were 20 years old. I'm sure because these horrible trap emotions, they were around 20, 21 years old. So I'm sure that a bell will ring in your bell. And you remember something, Marley. Something beautiful about emotion code is that we don't need to know the story. You know the story. So I'm sure that these horrible trap emotions are going to resonate with you. You are going to say, yes, I know exactly what happened or what you have been through. And these horrible trap emotions, of course, they have triggered this craving, this anxiety for these items. It's going to be very important for Nick and I, Marlene, that you update us. In our next show, please update us and tell us specifically with these food items, update us and tell us, I have seen this creamy pie and I don't want to eat it. Or, I still have some type of anxiety. Is not as much as I was having, but I still have some type of anxiety. So please update us with these two items. Tell us, how do you feel? And remember, drink today a lot of water because it's important, Marlene, to be hydrated. If you have any question here in the comments, I will be very happy to answer. Thank you, Nick.
All right, awesome, awesome. That was really, really good, Paola. Such good stuff. All right, everyone. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about something that I am incredibly passionate about, and that is releasing the heart wall. So before that, actually, when we talk about weight loss and food anxiety and what was the other thing? I'm drawing a blank. Overeating. That was it. Um, so when we're talking about that, I think we need to look at just a few core things. So I think the first thing is to look at the health of the microbiome. Because if your microbiome is unhealthy, then you are going to be unhealthy. And there is mountains and mountains of research about the microbiome. So you can go out there and look that up. The second thing here is to understand calorie density. So this is something that I think a lot of weight loss books don't necessarily talk about. So what I've done is I wrote a blog post a while ago about understanding calorie density that I put near the top of the comments of this Facebook Live show. So you can go ahead and click on that link and check that out. And if you have any questions about that, just send me a direct message on Facebook. The third thing is stress. So, right now with this pandemic going on and the isolation and, everything else going on, a lot of people are under stress. And so this is going to definitely contribute to weight gain. I know a lot of people are talking about the COVID-15, right? So, gaining an extra 15 pounds right now because people are stuck at home. They're not able to go to the gym, or some aren't able to engage in their regular activity like they normally would. So, and around stress, again, I wrote another blog post a while ago that I posted near the top of the comments in this show about how to find grounding and certainty in uncertain times. So you're welcome to click on that blog post. I have a lot of tools in that blog post to help you to be able to reduce or to lower your stress. And again, if you have any questions about that, you can just go ahead and send me a direct message on Facebook. So let's go ahead and talk about the heart wall, and then I'll talk about absorbed and inherited emotions. So the heart wall. Dr. Bradley Nelson, the creator of the emotion code, says that 97% of the world's population has a heart wall. And a heart wall is simply a literal wall of energy that you will build or that you will trap around your heart. Now, when we have this heart wall, a number of things can happen. It can prevent us from really feeling the love from our heart for ourselves. So, just feeling love for yourself, self acceptance, having a healthy level of self esteem, but also having love and compassion for other people as well. So when we have this heart wall, one of the quote unquote symptoms is a desensitized heart. So this is where it might be difficult for you to feel your feelings, express your feelings, to listen to the subtle messages of your heart, and then follow those messages. Like I stated previously, having a desensitized heart, you won't be able to feel, or it'll be difficult for you to feel love and acceptance and compassion for yourself. So the next heart wall symptom that I have here is when you have a heart wall, it can be difficult for you to let go of your past. So if you are someone that has food anxiety or is overweight or is struggling with food in some way, overeating, and you've had past experiences when you were little. So maybe you were judged by a lot of people. Maybe you were called nasty names. Maybe you were, um, maybe like you were bullied, as a little kid, for your weight. Maybe you felt a strong sense of self rejection, or maybe you were rejected by other people. So, again, when we go through these experiences, we can build this wall around our heart of these trapped emotions that can prevent us from moving forward, and it can prevent us from being successful with healing food anxiety or stopping overeating or even losing weight. So these heart wall symptoms that I've mentioned to you, um, with the desensitized heart and letting go of your past, if either of those resonate with you, if you could let us know in the comments, I would really, really appreciate that. So, one of the most important things, like Paola said in the beginning, is that both of us recommend getting your heart wall released. This is like step number one when you start to do emotion code work. And it's so, so important. And when you get your heart wall released, that puts you actually in the 7% of the world's population that does not have a heart wall. So I think that's pretty awesome. I think that's pretty amazing. So, getting the heart wall released, it's like I often tell people it's like the Mercedes Benz of the emotion code. you know, Again, I think it's like the most important thing that you can do for yourself, and I really can't um, emphasize the importance of it enough. Again, this is something I'm just incredibly passionate about because I've seen amazing results with my clients that I've worked with. So, the second thing that I want to talk to you about is absorbed and inherited emotions. So when you are dealing with food anxiety or overeating, or if you're having difficulty losing weight, it's very natural that you're going to feel a number of emotions about that. And again, these emotions can become stuck or trapped in your body. Again, there is this emotion code chart here of 60 possible emotions that you can get stuck or you can get trapped in your body. So the interesting thing about this is that if you're feeling worthless, if you're feeling humiliation, if you're feeling low self esteem, if you're feeling abandonment, if you're feeling fear, if you're feeling like peeved or pissed off, these emotions might not be yours. So sometimes we can absorb or take on the emotions of other people and then feel those emotions like they're ours. Or if your parents have felt those emotions, or your grandparents or your ancestors, and they haven't been able to release them, then those emotions rather will get passed down the line to you. And then you will be feeling those emotions, thinking that they are yours, but they're not actually yours. They're emotions that you've inherited from, again, your parents, your grandparents, your ancestors. So once we start to test with the emotion code and see if you have inherited emotions around craving a specific food or around weight loss or food anxiety or overeating, and those inherited emotions are released, that can go a long way in helping you to move forward with these concerns because we're releasing these emotions in your body that were never yours to begin with, but that are affecting you today. So if this is making sense for you right now, just go ahead and type yes in the comments. Again, I think this is something that a lot of weight loss gurus and diet books and magazines and weight loss programs are not talking about. So I'm glad that we're really getting this information out there. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is, Liz, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to work with you, Liz, if that's okay. So it looks like you said that you are, one of the things you said was that you're struggling with Michelob beer. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and connect with you, Liz, and I'll test to see if you have a heart wall, how many feet thick your heart wall is, and then I'll release 3 trapped emotions from your heart wall. And I'll also test you to see if you have any inherited emotions that are contributing to you with this struggle that you're having with excuse me, with Michelob beer right now. So just like Paola did, um, I don't like to work alone. I like to get as much help as I can when I'm working with clients. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a couple of seconds here and say a little bit of a prayer for you, Liz, that this is an awesome little session for you. And those that are watching, you can take a moment and say a little prayer for Liz if you would like as well. Okay, there we go. And while I'm working with you, Liz, Paola, if you could maybe talk about like the 30-minute introductory emotion code session that we both offer, and then the weight loss program as well.
Of course.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Of course. Thank you, Nick. Well, first of all, I'm going to answer the question that Marlene is having. Marlene is saying, I have heard from other practitioners that it's better to clean what comes up before clearing the heart wall, because if you don't clear them, you can build up another heart wall with other negative emotions still in the body. What do you think of that approach? Then she is saying, or that some emotions in the heart wall will not be safe to release. Well, um, every practitioner, Marlene, works different. I will give you my opinion, and I will give you my opinion based in my practice. Of course, there is people that is not interested to clean the heart wall, and that's okay. That's a free will. I mean, some people they are only interested. Let's say they are having some kind of emotional discomfort. Perhaps they are feeling kind of anxiety, depression, sadness, anguish, PTSD, etc. Or they are feeling some kind of pain in the body, like lower back pain, shoulder pain, or any other type of pain. And they want only to work in one emotion code section, and that is good, you know. But there is other type of people that they really want to go in a deeper level. Why? Because like Nick says, when you work in the heart wall, it's like a Mercedes. 93% of the people, they have heart wall, according to Dr. Bradley Nelson. And the in my practice, what I have seen in my clients, what when I clean the heart wall, is really really awesome. I mean, I have seen how beautiful cleaning the heart wall it impacts in their life. For example, I have seen clients that they had been not finding, like, for example, um, like a partner in life, and they just wanted to release the heart wall. I have seen people in 2, 3 months finding that beautiful person that they had been seeking for and that they haven't found. I have seen people like they could recover from any type of illness, and releasing the heart wall has made an incredible change. I have seen people finding the mission in life that they didn't knew. I mean, they were not really having idea, and found a clarity of mission, find and follow the mission in life. I mean, I can tell you so many beautiful stories of people cleaning the heart wall, but that's a choice that every person will do. And I'm going to explain about the heart wall. The first time any person, even me, that we clean our heart wall, we find a lot of stuff. We have only one heart wall, okay? But that heart wall is built of different emotions, Marlene. It can be built of prenatal, inherited, normal trap emotions, vibrational resonance trap emotions, psychic trauma, etc., etc., etc. It's only one, but that only one has a lot of emotional baggage. Yes, an emotion code practitioner or body code practitioner knows perfectly that after the heart wall is clean, absolutely everyone, we will build another heart wall. This doesn't mean that you release your heart wall and you will never build another one. No, why? Remember that the heart wall is a protective mechanism. We're talking about this energy heart, the energy heart wall. So of course, any other traumatic event that you will go through your life, you are going to build a new heart wall. Of course, yes. That's the reason that always emotion code, body code practitioners, they suggest and they recommend, after you clean your heart wall, check your heart wall every 6 months or every or once a year. Why? Because you are going to build a heart wall. For example, with the clients that I have, and I have already released the heart wall, always I check 6 months after that or 1 year after that. I say, can you allow me to check your heart wall? With some of my clients, they have not built another heart wall. And the ones that they have built a new heart wall, I found around 3, 4, 5 emotions, heart wall trap emotions. That is nothing, you know? So always we are going to build another heart wall. And what you are saying is true, Marlene. Why is true, Marlene? Because when we release the heart wall, you know, we need to ask if it's safe to release that heart wall emotion that you have, because it's true, sometimes it's not safe. But as emotion code practitioners, we know that if it's not safe, we need to ask your subconscious mind what's safe to release before we release that. We will, I mean, at least Nick and I, we will never release anything that is not safe for the body to release. We will ask what is safe to release and then release that. And if it, that's the reason also why to clean the heart wall in order to be safe for the person, it's important to do it in at least in 3 sessions. I have worked with people that I need to work 4 or 5 sessions to release the heart wall. Sometimes in 3 sessions is done. Sometimes it can take a fourth or a fifth session. So yeah, what you are talking about that is unsafe, yes, that is true. Um, what I don't agree is that like release some stuff before you clean the heart wall. But I mean, every person works different. So I hope that I have answered your question. And when I want to talk is about the introductory session that Nick and I we have. Well, we offer a introductory session, 30 minutes introductory session for the people that has never experienced the motion code or working with the motion code. So if you are one of these people that you would like to have like an introductory session to see how the motion code works, Nick and I, we're very happy to help you and to work with that. In order to book with us the introductory session, I mean, you can write here in this Facebook page that we have, that is Nick and Paola Breakthrough Show, or you can contact directly Nick in his Facebook page that is Nick Kidawski or Cultivate Wellness, or you can contact me at Paola Healing, that's my Facebook page, or Paola LCR Ripoll, and we are going to be very happy to assist you. And this session is for people that they have never experienced the emotion code. So perhaps you have experienced already the emotion code, you have experienced already the benefits of working with the emotion code, but let's say that you have a friend or a family member that you would like them to experience the emotion code. So you can ask them to contact us and we're going to be very happy to assist them. Let's see. Oh, Sanula! Hello, hello. How are you? Thank you, Sanula. I love you. That's so sweet. Sanula, our friend, she connects from India. You know how beautiful is working with the emotion code? Because working with the emotion code, what we do is something that it calls a distance healing. We don't need to have you in person. With help from above and intention, we connect with our clients that are all around the world. Yes, I gave Sanjula an introductory session. Sanjula is a beautiful and awesome, very young and awesome law of attraction coach. She lives in India. And like 1 month and a half ago, something like that, I worked with her in an introductory session. I'm very happy that you like it, Sanjula. She says, Sanjula says, I never knew about emotion code and I feel so different in one session. I'm sure working with you both will be twice as powerful. Thank you so much, Sanjula. Thank you so, so much. Sanjula works, always I say that it's important to work with the conscious mind and with the subconscious mind. For example, the type of work, talking about law of attraction that Sanjula does, is this type of conscious work. And what Nick and I we do is that we work with the subconscious work. Why? Because, for example, there is a lot of emotional baggage that, of course, you can go through all this emotional baggage, but perhaps it will take you a while to work with that, depending what you want to work. For example, today that the topic is food cravings and food anxiety. I have seen, for example, working in this topic with people, I have seen people that they say, Paula, I'm doing the conscious work. I take care of what I eat. I eat very healthy. Also, I exercise. But something is wrong in my body because I cannot reduce my weight. I I am gaining weight or I'm maintaining my weight and I'm doing the conscious work. And the conscious work is eating healthy and doing exercise. So what I have seen is that it's a lot of emotional baggage, of course, it's a lot of emotional baggage that is very important to release. And also, there are a lot of beliefs. Of course, the hardware is very related, and it's a lot of stuff. Sometimes we find imbalances in the thyroid. Sometimes there are other type of imbalances, and of course, when we work in this program, we check these imbalances because sometimes, yes, the thyroid is not happy, and we need to work in the thyroid and to see why thyroid is not happy or other imbalances. Let's say, Marlene is saying, Paula, how do you align the person with, for example, abundance, love of life purpose, when you clean the heart? Well, what exactly you do to align the person? Well, Marlene, I will explain you. Releasing the heart wall will impact in 5 different areas in your body. Of course, it's going to open different areas in your bodies. But what we do, for example, to align a person with abundance, a lot of things. For example, number one, for the person needs to be safe to be abundant, talking about financial freedom, because that's the type of abundance that I think you are asking. Needs to be safe, because some people, they don't feel worthy for that. Then also what we do is that we ask the person that we are working, for example, what's your financial goal? It can be monthly, it can be yearly, etc. So there is a lot of things that we need to align when we work with abundance. So sorry, Nick, you have finished.
Yeah, no, that's okay, Paola. You were giving some really, really awesome information. And yeah, I completely agree that the conscious mind and the subconscious mind need to align, right? So if you have a goal, for example, where you want to stop overeating, you want to use your conscious mind, which is about 10% of your mind, to put together a goal and then to like map out, maybe write down action steps that you're going to do to reach that goal. Those are all functions of your conscious mind. But if your subconscious mind has a trapped emotion of feeling worthless or low self-esteem, for example, your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are going to clash. And since your subconscious mind is 90% of your mind, for a lot of people, they set a goal, like I said, to maybe stop overeating. And what happens is their subconscious mind wins out because, again, their subconscious mind is like 90% of what controls everything. So that's why in the emotion code, Paola and I, we both work with the subconscious mind. And the interesting thing is once you start to release trapped emotions, that actually helps the subconscious and the conscious to become more in alignment. And that can go a long way in helping someone to really achieve the goal that they set out for themselves. So, Liz, I went ahead and I worked with you, and what I found was that you do have a heart wall. Again, 95% of the world's population does, so it's pretty normal. I tested your heart wall to be 1,500 feet thick, which sounds like a lot, but again, pretty normal with clients that I work with. I did go ahead and release 3 trapped emotions from your heart wall. So the first one was a trapped emotion of feeling overwhelm around the age of 25. So this could be age 24, 25, 26, when you were feeling a strong emotion of overwhelm. The next trapped emotion was a feeling of worthless. You trapped this around age 35. So again, that could be age 34, 35, 36, when you felt a strong feeling of worthless. And then I released one more trapped emotion from your heart wall, and that was a trapped emotion of peeved or feeling like pissed off. And you trapped that emotion around the age of 30. So again, that could be age 29, age 30, age 31, that you were feeling a strong emotion of like peeved or pissed off. So once I released those 3 trapped emotions from your heart wall, Liz, your heart wall dropped from 1,500 feet thick down to 1,000 feet thick, which is really, really awesome. So when I work with people with doing the heart wall, we release trapped emotion by trapped emotion. So it's kind of like, releasing brick by brick from the heart wall until the heart wall is completely gone, until it's completely released. So, as far as your concern around Michelob beer, Liz, I did go ahead and find 5 inherited trapped emotions that you inherited from your ancestors and from your parents, that were contributing to this concern. So the first inherited trapped emotion was humiliation. You got this from your mother, and it goes back on your mother's side 35 generations. The next emotion is anger, and you got this from your father. Your father got this from his mother, and then this trapped emotion goes along your mother's side. So this trapped emotion of anger went back 10 generations that I released for you. The next 2 trapped emotions were both overwhelm. So the first one was you got it from your mother, and this went back on your mother's side 15 generations. The second trapped emotion of overwhelm you got from your father. This went back on your father's side. It went back 50 generations. So, to explain that a little bit, someone in your generational line, way, way, way back when, had a very strong feeling of overwhelm that they were never able to release. Excuse me. And so, that inherited trapped emotion of overwhelm that got passed down the generational line until it was passed to you. And so that trapped emotion of overwhelm is contributing to, or was rather, contributing to your concern with Michelob beer. The last inherited trapped emotion I have for you is worthless. And you got this from your father, and it goes back 40 generations on your father's side. So that's quite a ways for that inherited trapped emotion to travel, you know, to get all the way to you. So again, I went ahead and I released that inherited trapped emotion of worthless for you, Liz. So, like Paola said, go ahead and send me a message on Facebook, update me, let me know how you're doing. And as far as releasing those three trapped emotions from your heart wall, that's an awesome start. But I would recommend that we keep going so that we can completely release your heart wall and so that you will be among that 7% of the world's population that does not have a heart wall. So I hope that that was really helpful for you, Liz.
So thank you so much, Nick. Thank you everyone for being here. Remember that Nick Kidawski and we are every Sunday giving a show here in this Facebook page that is Nick's and Paola Breakthrough Show. We're going to be very happy to see you here, guys, and to see more people. Invite your friends, invite your family members, invite all the people that you think they might be interested, and share or show, because if you share or show and if you invite people, you allow us to do more shows together and to help more people. Remember, we are doing this show every Sunday at 11 o'clock Central Time, 12 o'clock sorry, it's 11 o'clock Mountain Time, 12 o'clock Central Time. Nick, do you want to tell them what is going to be the next show?
Yeah, yeah, sure. And I was just going to say, I mean, we definitely love working together, Paola, and we definitely love helping as many people as we can. So, let's see. Next show is going to be about fear of success. And that is going to be, let me just take a look at my calendar here really quick. All right, so that is going to be August 9th, on Sunday, August 9th.
Yes.
And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to talk about different areas in the body where we can hold trapped emotions that are contributing to this fear of success that we might have. And then Paola is going to go ahead and talk about being safe with being successful. And so, again, all of this is held in your subconscious mind. So that's where we're going to be going. And that's where we're going to be releasing these trapped emotions from. So it's going to be a really awesome show. And I am excited to do it.
Of course, yes, me too, me too. So if you are feeling fear of failure, or fear of being successful, um, see our show next Sunday. I have seen, Nick, that a lot of people right now, they want to start a new business, they want
Mhm.
to change, they want to start a new business, but they are having fear. So I think that we can help these people that they want to start doing something new, but they are having this fear of failure and fear of being successful. So if you or someone it's having this type of fear, invite them to listen to our next Facebook show that we're going to be very happy to help.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think it's going to be a really, really awesome
Yeah.
show.
Yes. Yes.
And yeah, so, I think that about wraps it up for this episode of Nick and Paola's Breakthrough Show. We both hope that you really learned a lot.
Yeah.
And, you know, maybe take just one suggestion that we've given you today and put it into action after the show because you can get all the amazing knowledge that you want, but if you don't put it into action, if you don't do something, then you're just going to stay stuck and you're going to be in the same exact place right now,
Mhm.
um, and you're going to be in that same exact place maybe a year from now, for example. So it's very important to take action on what you learn.
Of course. Well, so thank you so much, Nick, for being here. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We appreciate that so, so much.
Yeah, thank you, Paola. It's been an absolute blast to do this show with you, and
Thank you.
I look forward to many, many more.
Yes, of course. Thank
So,
you so much. So, thank you so much for everyone. We will see
yeah, thank you very
you.
much,
Thank
everyone.
you so much. Thank you, Nick. Bye
All
bye.
right, bye.